Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here, and welcome to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about my Funko Pop figure version of course, Chucky from one of the Child's Play movies that I actually got, which is, of course, on Bride of Chucky, to which, yeah, I was actually really amazed on how it actually turned out for sure. In fact, I have yet to see all of the Child's Play movies that are currently out as we speak, but I'm really impressed, of course, how well this Funko Pop figure version actually turned out for sure. Really sustained, of course, on who Chucky is for sure, and yeah, actually does work pretty well as a Funko Pop as a whole, so yeah, I guess pretty much of anything with what I've actually seen, I'm really glad that I actually got it in my hands for sure, and given for the fact that it was indeed a late Christmas present for sure, I mean, hey, better late than never, I assume, so yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. But regardless of course, all that, I'm really impressed on how well it turned out for sure. I'm glad that I finally got it for sure. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah. If you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait till you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. So yeah, not gonna be going anywhere. Pretty much. That's one thing for sure. So yeah, I'll just be here by the time you come back for sure. So yeah. And you know, yeah, come to think of it, yeah, I've never actually seen any of the Child's Play movies just yet. Yeah, it's hard to believe that I've been missing out on, of course, any of these movies. Maybe I should definitely seek out pretty much some copies of those movies so that way I can finally check them out for sure. I mean, hey, I've got a lot to think about for sure. In fact, I know I've already got a few movies that I'm currently waiting on to arrive to me later on for sure, just for this month alone. But I'll figure something out to really help bridge the gap. as if how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, I guess, looks like we're pretty much of anything. I guess now that we're done with, of course, pretty much all the Christmas presents that I want to talk about in their own individual episode, and thank goodness for that, for sure. I think it's back to basics for sure, with, of course, some items that I actually bought very recently that I've actually decided to talk about pretty much in their own episodes, for sure. And well, I think we did circulate back to, of course, a good number of items we've actually talked about, for sure. We started off with a little something for Bachmann trains, then an amiibo, then Funko Pops. Yeah, pretty much then a couple of Funko Pops. And I guess it's after talking about Glinda's Bubble Wand, for sure. We circulated back to Funko Pops, for sure. So I kind of figure for today's episode, I think it's time to circulate back to Bachmann trains, for sure. So yeah, you know what that means, right? That's right, we're actually talking about a little something from Bachmann trains, for sure. Or I guess in this case, pretty much one of the models that I actually got from Bachmann trains that's actually part of their Thomas and Friends range, for sure. So yeah, and it's not a new engine for the time being. That will have to wait until another time. No, it's actually on a piece of rolling stock that I actually recently picked up, just like that, for sure. So yeah, and that being, of course, on this. So yeah, what I got right here is, of course, pretty much this piece of rolling stock that I got, pretty much that I picked up very recently, for sure. Then yeah, it was, of course, pretty much released by Bachmann trains themselves as part of their Thomas and Friends range. But this time around, it is, of course, on the Sodor Diesel Company tanker. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, I am really excited to actually talk about this, for sure, as it is actually one of Bachmann Thomas rolling stock models that I've been meaning to get for some time until now, for sure. So yeah, and seeing how I did come out of course, such a busy day today, I kind of figure I would actually take this time to finally talk about this one, for sure. So yeah, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So with that being said, let's take a look at this. Alright guys, it looks like we finally got the Bachmann Sodor Diesel Company tanker right in front of us, for sure. And yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, I'm really looking forward to actually talking about this one, for sure, because yeah, honestly, I think from what I can gather, it has been some time since I've actually talked about pretty much a piece of rolling stock on its own, for sure. Okay, I guess pretty much of anything, I think it's been over a month since actually I did that, for sure, but you kind of get the idea, of course, on that front. So yeah, I guess pretty much if anything, yeah, though, I guess pretty much from the looks of it, it has been a while since I've actually pretty much got a tanker car that's released pretty much in the Thomas and Friends range, for sure. So I guess pretty much of anything, I think it feels good to actually be back in that kind of territory, for sure. So yeah, so I guess for the sake of course, this one right here, I'm actually really looking forward to actually talking about this one, for sure, because yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, as established, this might actually be one of many Bachmann Thomas models, pretty much in terms of the rolling stock side that I've been meaning to get for quite some time now, for sure. So yeah. And of course, surprisingly enough, you might be wondering to yourself, how did I manage to obtain pretty much this one right here? Well, surprisingly enough, I actually did pick this up from, of course, my local hobby shop in my area, Leonard's, to which I might have actually mentioned them before, of course, this show, for sure. So yeah. I guess pretty much, if anything, I did make you pick this up over at Leonard's when I was spending my morning going around town right before I head on over to work for sure. So yeah. So I guess pretty much from what I can gather, I think this is a little something I did manage to pick up while I was in town right before I pretty much got myself clocked in for my shift at work for sure. So yeah. And I guess I had to wait until now to actually pretty much talk about this one for sure, because, hey, I guess I gotta do something aside from, of course, pretty much what I do on YouTube for sure, so who can blame me for that? So yeah. So I guess pretty much of anything, I did manage to pick this up, as I've actually mentioned for sure, to which I guess pretty much of anything, if you actually do look on the Bachmann Trains website, I think they have it listed for about $42 at most for sure. But luckily, when I actually picked it up at Leonard's, it was actually probably a little cheaper for sure, because according to the price tag, as you can see here, I ended up getting this for about pretty much well over $27 for sure, plus tax and everything. So yeah, that's how much it costs for sure. And luckily enough, I actually did spend a good $30 to actually get this in my hands for sure. So I think it was well worth it for me to purchase this one when I actually decided to pick it up for sure. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, on that front for sure. So yeah, nothing really much else that I can say to that. It's just a little something I actually picked up while I was in town for sure. Nothing too much on that. So yeah, but now that we actually got that out of the way, I think we can now go ahead and take a closer look at it for sure. So yeah, and of course, based on my first impressions from what I could gather, it actually does look really good. I'm not gonna lie for sure. Again, I think pretty much of anything, the packaging they actually did for, of course, this, much like all the other models that I've actually talked about for sure, really does have a whole lot going for hands down for sure. So yeah. And of course, probably the main highlight would definitely have to be pretty much the tanker itself for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much from what I can gather, it really is pretty much establishing itself much like all the other tankers that we've actually seen before for sure. But I really do like the nice new approach they actually did with this one for sure, just to make it a little different from, of course, all the other ones for sure. But I will say right now, it actually does kind of have pretty much the same yellow coloring that they actually did for, of course, the Sodor fuel tanker that had pretty much came around beforehand for sure, to which, honestly, I don't mind that for sure. Sure, I guess it does have the same color for sure, but it's just a different interpretation all the way from what I can gather, to which I honestly don't mind it. Yeah, sorry if I bumped the mic there for a second. So yeah, honestly, I really don't mind it. I'm not gonna lie. As long as, of course, it'll actually deliver, of course, what it's actually given to me for sure, I'd be all for it, hands down. So yeah, nothing really much else I can say from the front of the packaging for sure. It's still pretty much the same as normal for sure. To which I think is still quite nicely done. I'm not gonna lie. And again, going alongside the back from what I can gather, it still has pretty much the whole list of all the other rolling stocks that you can actually get for sure from what I can gather. To which, yeah, I think from the looks of it, yeah, pretty much just all different types of rolling stock, plus pretty much the non-rail vehicles, some figures from what I could gather, some scenery pieces, some of which have been discontinued for sure. Although I guess this listing for not for station is actually quite subtle, since I'm really excited for that to come back for sure. So So yeah, nothing much else I can say on of course, that front for sure. Based on my first impressions from the packaging alone, I say it definitely does look pretty good, and I'm in for something that will actually get me really hyped up all the way. So yeah. But now that we actually got that done, I think it's time to get it out of the packaging for sure. And luckily, thanks to my trusty pair of scissors, as you can see here, we're going to do exactly that to, of course, this thing right here. So yeah, with that being said, I'll go ahead and get this thing opened up and see what we're going to be in for. So here we go. Alrighty then, well, I guess it looks like we finally got it out of the packaging for sure, and yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, we can now get a closer look at it for sure, and yeah, I think I gotta say right now, it definitely looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. I think with, of course, what I'm seeing, though I guess I actually didn't notice it until now. I think it looks like one of the pieces of the buffers might have been broken off for sure, but maybe I'll see what I could do to possibly, yeah, there's the broken piece of pretty much a buffer stuff for sure, so maybe I'll see what I could do to actually try to super glue it back on for sure, so yeah, I can't fully guarantee that, but we'll probably wait and see, so yeah, but stepping aside from all that for sure, yeah, from the looks of it, from what I can gather, this actually does look really nice from what I can see up close and personal. I can definitely tell this really is actually looking like pretty much the tanker cars that we do know pretty much when it comes to these models for sure, and yeah, honestly, to me, I really do like what they were actually going for with, of course, this one for sure, so yeah, and I think pretty much of anything, just pretty much from the detailing alone, from what I can gather, this actually is quite nice from what I can gather. Yeah, I think I can see pretty much with the lettering and stuff that they actually have Sodor Diesel Company printed on there for sure. So I think it is actually clearly established that this is indeed pretty much a little something from, of course, the Sodor Diesel Company for sure. Like, of course, it'll actually pretty much carry all sorts of diesel fuel around with it for sure, to which, honestly, to me, I think it really is actually quite nice for sure, so yeah, and of course, pretty much a few bits of detailing work they actually did pretty much alongside it really does make it all the more nice, pretty much from the looks of it for sure, so yeah. And honestly, I really do think the yellow coloring that they did with this one, much like with what they did with the Sodor fuel tanker that they released beforehand, I really do think it's actually a real good choice, I'm not gonna lie for sure, so yeah. But that's at least what I can say, of course, that front, so yeah, I think with what I've actually seen by far, I really do like on what they've actually decided to go for with, of course, pretty much this tanker car for sure. It really is actually quite nice to actually witness it for sure, and I really do think it is actually very nicely done for sure. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I wish they could have put in a little bit more detailing work to make it all the more fantastic, but with what I'm actually seeing, I really do think it is actually done pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, so yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front, so yeah, now that we actually got that taken care of, how will it fare up, of course, on my layout? Well, let's take it on up there and find out for ourselves. Alright guys, it looks like we're back up once again, and of course, my layout for sure, to which, yeah, I guess it is actually quite nice to be back up here, because let me tell you, since after pretty much what we've been through last time, running pretty much Rebecca on my layout, to which it was definitely well worth it for sure, so yeah. Even that face, I'm not gonna lie, shows on how much I love this Bachmann Rebecca for sure. But then again, I did already talk about her several episodes back, so you gotta get the idea. So I think we're about to do the same thing for, of course, pretty much the Sodor diesel car, the Sodor diesel company tanker for sure. To which, by the way, I should mention, yes, I did manage to take the time and actually super glue pretty much that buffer back on to, of course, pretty much this piece of rolling stock for sure, to which I don't know how long it's actually going to be pretty much a Sega for sure, but I did the best I could in, of course, that situation for sure, so yeah, no harm done for sure, so yeah, and you might be wondering to yourself, what did I actually get to finally pretty much give this a massive test run? Well, surprisingly enough, I have a surprise for all of you guys. I guess seeing how part of the name pretty much has the word diesel in it, well, I guess what better way to actually run this on my layout than by, well, having a diesel actually pretty much do that, so yeah, your eyes are not deceiving you for sure. I've actually got diesel out and about ready to pull this tanker car for sure, to which, hey, that kind of makes sense. I guess seeing how, since it is called Sodor Diesel Company, I think it makes sense to actually have diesel pulling for sure, so yeah, I think it's probably what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, I guess pretty much, if anything, I've already got diesel out and about, ready to, of course, run on my layout once again for sure, pulling this tanker for sure. So yeah, I think it is kind of what I would expect running a rolling stock around my layout for sure, because, well, I think it'll be rather impossible to actually have pretty much it running on its own for sure, so yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. So yeah, with that being said, I did manage to get one of my speed controllers plugged in for sure, so I think we're about ready to give this the massive test run that it actually needs, which is exactly what we're going to do for sure. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this thing running right about now. Alrighty then, well, I guess pretty much, if anything, it looks like pretty much, yeah, it looks like it has been about a few laps around this layout for sure, and yeah, I think from what I can gather, it looks like I'm glad to see that Diesel still actually pretty much is still able to run properly, all thanks to me cleaning up his wheels beforehand, which is exactly what he needs for sure. But I'm glad to see that pretty much this Sodor Diesel Company tanker car actually runs pretty well, I'm not gonna lie, so yeah, I guess pretty much from what I can gather, it really actually works quite well for sure, and I'm glad to see pretty much go around pretty much on my layout as expected for sure, and yeah, I think with what I've actually seen, I really am impressed with, of course, what I can gather for sure, so yeah. But either way, I think it's probably what I could say, of course, that front, so So yeah, I guess overall, I actually really do like what they did with the Sodor Diesel tanker car for sure, or I guess in this case, the Sodor Diesel company tanker car for sure, right? Yeah, I really do think it actually is actually quite nice for pretty much to have for sure, and I'm actually really intrigued with what they actually did with, of course, this one. Sure, I think they could have done a whole lot more to make it all the more great for sure, but with what I've actually seen by far, I think they did a bang-up job with, of course, what they have to offer with, of course, this one for sure, and yeah, at the end of the day, I really do think this is actually a really nice one to actually check out for sure. So yeah, I think with all that said and done, I actually do recommend checking out this one for sure. I think you're probably not going to get a whole lot for sure, but you are going to be getting something that is still pretty good, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything for what it is, I am glad that I actually got it for about $30 for sure, because I actually do think it was actually well worth it for me to purchase it at my local hobby shop for sure. So I think that's pretty much very nice money well spent, of course, my part. And on that thought alone, I think I might as well end this episode here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and by all means, let me know in the comments down below on what you guys think of this one for sure. So yeah, but that's at least what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode, and yeah, I guess now that we got that done, like I said, who knows what I'll talk about in the next episode for sure, right? I'm sure there's a lot to think about for sure, but hopefully, probably by the time I get the next item for me to purchase for sure, I can't wait to actually share for all of you guys to see on how it fares up for sure. But until that happens, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD and Sam Shepard. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and plenty more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, And even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.